Tonight, The Thin Blue Line, Part 2.
Move away from the area. No. No. What's your name, sir?
Make a lip. Have you got the power to arrest him? No, you haven't. The trouble with you is, you've got too much of mouth.
Criminals caught on camera.
Two guys came in and threatened a lady who was 5 months pregnant, threatened her with violence, forced her to open the safe, walked away with the whole week's takings.
What happens when 999 calls go unanswered?
The number of times we've called police has got to be in excess of 70 odd times. We've had our lives threatened, hot coffee thrown over, punched,
spat at,
headbutted.
Good evening. On Monday, we revealed evidence of fears among detectives that understaffing and excessive workloads mean that many crimes are not investigated. Some officers felt that government targets, mountains of paperwork, and playing with statistics were allowing criminals and thugs to escape justice. We wanted to hear how crime was affecting your life. So Mark Jordan's been travelling the country to hear your stories and to discover whether the police in your area are keeping you on the safe side of the thin blue line. This is his report.
Robberies, racist abuse, assault and harassment. For over 10 years, Suresh Kumar has suffered over 200 attacks. He's been sprayed with CS gas, held up at gunpoint, had his till carried away, threatened with a machete, as well as pushed, spat at, and racially abused.
You're Asian. You're nothing.
After each attack, Suresh called the police, but despite the CCTV evidence, nearly all his attackers have escaped justice.
They've broken my nose, they've broken my cheekbone.
How many people have actually been arrested or convicted?
Actually arrested about eight people.
About 8 people?
8 people. They're convicted about 4.
About 4. And you've had over 200 attacks?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
That's a feeling, no justice for the victim.
Last month, he was smashed over the head with a bottle. As before, they handed the CCTV footage to the police. This time, they were told that the case would be closed unless the family went and identified the attackers themselves.
Now they are saying, we need to find out the boy's name.
You need to find...
I need to find out the boy's name. Otherwise, they can't reopen the case.
So they're asking you to do the detective work? And how do you feel about that?
I thought, finding the boy's name is their all police job, their duties. Why they are asking us? They're not bothered.
The Kumars no longer report all crimes. Sometimes it just brings more trouble.
Give me don't listen. Don't ever accuse me of doing alright? Don't ever do it. I don't give a whether you got cameras or not. I never done jack. Yeah, you call the old bill. I don't give a...
This man returns to the shop claiming that they've given his name to the police.
They're not scared of the police or the law. They're telling us they do the crime, they call the police. They don't know. They knows very well the police don't do anything.
The Metropolitan Police say a man has been arrested for attacking Suresh with a bottle. He has yet to be charged. The question the Kumars are left asking is, where are the police when they need them? On Monday, officers told us how across the country there simply aren't enough frontline police to respond to emergency calls. Officers said they were stretched to breaking point, leaving as many as 2 million crimes a year uninvestigated. The government minister responsible for policing rejected the concerns of the Police Federation, which represents rank-and-file officers.
I respect their views. I just think they over-egg and exaggerate to make a point, sometimes to the detriment of the members, and that's not in their own interest.
And he said more money was being spent on policing than ever before.
Staffing in general has gone up by about a quarter, if you include PCSO staff and police. We still have a record number of police officers.
But the officers and viewers we've heard from weren't convinced. We've been inundated with your emails from across the country. We've heard from victims of crime who feel repeatedly let down by the police. And we've heard from officers who say that while the government may be spending more money on policing, too much of it is going on police community support officers.
PCSOs, lovely people, nothing against them, but what a waste of public money.
If a PCSO attends an incident, within a very short time, that PCSO will call for an officer to assist.
I have 30 PCSOs and they are great people, but I would trade them all for 5 extra PCs.
What's a night likely to hold? Just lots of footwork?
Yeah, the majority is either bike or on foot. Yeah.
Introduced 4 years ago to patrol the streets, there are now more than 16,000 of them. With no power of arrest, what can PCSOs do to help in the fight against crime? I spent a night on patrol with PCSO Paula Parry.
This is another one of our dispersal areas. We get quite a bit of antisocial behaviour down here. So just to reassure the community, we'll have a quick word with them and take it from there.
It's Friday night in Knoll West, Bristol, an estate long troubled by crime.
Do you know this is a dispersal area?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk to them.
Right, as soon as you're using abusive language, move away from the area.
I will, but...
Now.
The group refuses to move on.
Absolutely no need for that language whatsoever. You're still in a dispersal area. It's not funny. You're still in a dispersal area.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, I've got a few people on Newquay Road, and I've told them the dispersal area. They're not listening, and they're refusing to move on.
Boy, the CPSOs are they're
Paula's called for backup. PCSOs are the new frontline officers, taking the place of the Bobby on the beat. But they are unable to arrest or detain anyone.
What's your name, sir?
Make a lick.
Don't do it, Sonny. I got you. I know who you are.
Yeah?
What's your name?
Why? What's your problem?
Are you refusing to move on?
What are
you refusing to move on?
What are you on about?
Are you refusing to move on?
Have you asked me to move on?
Yeah, I've asked you to move on. Are you refusing to move on?
You asked me to move on. No, you haven't. You have not come out to my face.
Right, now I'm telling you move on.
Have you got the power to arrest him? No, you haven't. You get on there, darling.
Right.
You all go.
What's your name? Are you refusing to give me your details?
I am Make a Lick.
Police backup arrives, pulling officers away from frontline crime.
Police officer to deal with you. We don't have power of arrest, but we do have officers that do have power of arrest.
Well, I will tell you now to say what I say to you.
Jolly good. Well, good luck with telling. Tell that officer exactly that, and you just see what happens.
The trouble with you is, you've got too much of
Listen.
Listen. And that's why people hate you.
Hey,
don't call me oi.
Well, calm down then.
Don't call me oi.
Don't talk to my PCSOs like that. They've got the power to move you on. No matter who they are, what they are, they're in uniform. They're asking you to move on. All right? They're doing their job.
I'm not black.
Right.
Oh, let's not go down that
road. You shut your mouth, you.
Hang on. Well, talk to me. Talk to me then. Talk to me.
I don't talk. I don't talk.
2 police cars and 4 officers have now been called out to back up Paula's simple request to move the group on.